What's up? That's a little weird. What's up, my people? Oh, yeah, it's going up. I'm gonna relax. I gotta get up tomorrow. Not in the morning, but tomorrow. But tomorrow night, we're playing My Rise one last time. Oh, shit. Can we get this guy? I don't know. We got 7 wide receivers. I wish us good luck. Nope, we did not. Probably will, but I thought it would be alright. Anyway, yes, we're playing My Rise tomorrow night. What is going on with my... Oh shit, it tells me how much videos I do. I made 18,000 videos.
Basketball may reign supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats are on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here.
This should be an easy win.
To get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense will get the football first.
We nearly lost last time.
The last time these two met.
And they were so happy after that win because they dug down deep and made the plays late in the game.
But somehow this thing got worse.
Yeah, and the Governor's Cup, it seems like it's always...
I was running at the time.
Some kind of twist and turns to it, but Kentucky definitely executed and took care of business against Louisville last time.
Oh my gosh.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it.
When these wide receivers work in one, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone. Understanding
this could be a trap game.
These wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Would favor like 28, but still, you never know what will happen.
Looking downfield on first down. That pass is incomplete.
That was a
The
low
quarterback got confused on
pass.
first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be completed.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up a third and lots of work to do. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete on the right side. Stopped right at the 42-yard line.
A punt.
He forces a fourth down. And the Cardinals will line up and punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Special teams coming through as they put them back. They'll mark it down at the 10. Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback.
Oh my gosh, that smells good.
Build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense.
No, why are you hurt already?
Finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last time. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Out of the shotgun on third down. And the deflection.
You overthrow it! No!
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to run it.
Yeah, they did. And David, you're just going to have to do a
That's
better
good
job this time
defense.
around, erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets
That's good defense, guys.
The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
Man, that's a great list.
We got it so down.
This rivalry, obviously it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right.
Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Very nice.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Found enough room to get it in enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards and yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Why? Oh, good.
Some open
What is everyone?
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect.
Poor Georgia. Get out.
And he's going to try to return.
All right, that is shocking.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more.
He finally did something.
44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. On the move. Recover on the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love.
Good job, Wall.
You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the cover.
They'll leave it with him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
Yes, sir.
This quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Gore. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a look at the big picture for Louisville. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's a draw. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll work him down at the 38-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4. And
Always got some space. Stopped at the 47-yard line.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers.
Sorry, guys.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Quickly out to the tight end. They are on the move. If they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 28.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on
deep shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility.
I mean, it's not that hard to get past Louisville this year. They got no football team.
Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up 14 over Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this ball. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down and 2nd and 9. Off play action. Puts it out in the air.
That's a good tackle.
Oh, it's firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now the throw. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass.
Oh, that should have been pick off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd,
that's a good sack.
Down at the 34.
And that's his 2nd sack of the day. Guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
Hunt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
if you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want
we'll see what happens.
To run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
We did that.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now sliding to his left. It's complete. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Wild.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game. And the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna run it. It's 4. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before
They got 3 yards.
behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly complete. He's going to come away just 1 yard short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Cradles it at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets out to the 41-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense.
Let's see what we can do.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Throwing right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can
makes the grab inside the 30. Just carving up his defense and getting it down to the 24.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that.
There's no defense.
Well, this offense is top 10.
What did they do to Louisville?
They've got a lot of speed, and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they take on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Good blessing.
First snap of this drive will come
Why not?
from 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Coates. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gore. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The run from the shotgun. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard
They're not going to make it.
in prime position to get points now. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The defense earns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side.
Super
Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab.
Oh, what a shame.
How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
We get the ball back.
The first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop.
That's good.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Now a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
Fires to the big fella. They knock him down.
Very nice.
He's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
They'll run it. Nice pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the
Yeah, very nice.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generated another explosive play. Their success running the ball, a big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that now.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Now they have extended this lead, guys. Starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete
That's
pass
good
caused
defense.
by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. Man down on the play as the officials take a break and be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play.
Nice.
Easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
This year will be your year.
Looking for space. It's cool. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I'm about to make substitution.
And these guys have been busy since the punt of the day.
That's a bad catch. I'm making substitutions because look at the score, man. I'm going to put him right there. Right there. It's so crazy, though. I thought Lola would be better.
Mark it right around the 30-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
There he goes. And that tackle.
Oh, my gosh.
The touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have, the skill position,
that was a bad throw.
You should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be a second down as we open the final stanza.
Are you serious? Why is he out there?
Out of the gun, the inside kid. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical?
Okay, that's a backup quarterback.
Then run play action. It opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air. It's Hart. Pressure coming.
Are you kidding me? You had all that room.
Defense, they were ready for him and forced him out of bounds. No gain on the play. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much of your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and are ready to go with the freshman.
All right, listen.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. He did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the
That's good, Dave.
to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
How about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the fourth quarter. There is no let-up.
Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll slide it out.
Nice.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team,
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's the handoff. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Leaves it with the running back.
Great team defense on that move. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Jet sweep headed to the edge. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time.
Hey, very nice.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
This is a blowout.
In the end zone. It's Dante. And the returner will be dragged.
Someone help Lowell. Someone coach Lowell.
This drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good vision and determination there to find its way up to the 23. And the Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the misconnection on the first attempt.
Another punt.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you can tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down now, 38-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Yep.
They'll go to the ground. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll make the stop with that first down off the ice, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Kentucky had the horses today, and they ran well down the backstretch and made it all the way to the wire to outlast Louisville and take home the Governor's Cup. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
We shut them out in the second half. But it was really hard. We're number one now. Oh, he's watching.